Welcome to the InjectMATE introduction. Today we're going to discuss properly setting up, calibrating, and operating your InjectMATE pump. Each InjectMATE system will come with the InjectMATE pump, the remote key fob, a calibration container, a 12-foot suction hose, a 20-foot discharge hose, the manure nozzle, the weld coupler, and a flush kit. The first step is we want to discuss proper InjectMATE setup. By doing this, we want to position the pump so it's lower than the actual product tank, allowing the product to naturally gravity feed the pump, also known as a flooded suction. In addition to proper plumbing setup, we also need to have proper power setup. Please verify that you have proper 12-volt connections and battery terminals are clean. The manure nozzle and the weld coupler come standard with each kit. The weld coupler is simply welded into the suction pipe of a dragline application or onto the load stand of a wagon type application. Welding this coupler into either of those positions allows a manure nozzle to be simply threaded in to the coupler and used as an injection point into the manure line. Prior to calibration, let's purge all the air out of the pump. Simply open up all the product valves going to the pump. Allow the air to bleed out of the plastic valve located underneath the pressure gauge. Then, to prime the pump, simply flip the toggle switch to the prime position. Now that the pump has been primed and purged of any air, we want to begin the calibration process. To do this, we want to make sure that the discharge tube is running to the calibration container. Simply go over to the control box, press the menu button until the screen reads Calibrate Pump. At that point, press enter. The pump will start automatically and shut off automatically. Now that the pump has completed its calibration cycle, what we're going to do is measure out on a flat surface how many ounces were dispensed through that cycle. Once we measure that out, we're going to come back over to the control box and record or type in how many ounces were actually cut. To verify pump calibration, simply enter an amount on the electronics box, calibrate back into the picture in a run mode, verifying that it's working operate. Prior to operation of the pump, you can physically go in and manually preset the preset 1, preset 2, and preset 3 buttons based on the load size or capacity of the wagons and the applicators that this pump will be pumping into. The preset programming can be found in the operator's manual. Refer to the operator's manual to set your preset buttons. Operation of the InjectMATE pump is simple. Simply press the P1, P2, P3 buttons on either the electronics box or the key fob provided. The pump will automatically start and automatically shut off once the desired amount is reached. Signs showing you that the InjectMATE pump is actually working is simply 1, the large strobe light on top of the electronics box is flashing, or 2, you see pressure on the pressure gauge knowing that it's pumping product into the injection line. Flushing the InjectMATE pump is simple. Simply attach the flush kit provided with the kit to a garden hose, attaching this to the suction side of the pump, allowing water to flow through and running the pump at the same time, flushing any particles out of the pump. To accomplish winterization of the InjectMATE pump, simply apply a couple gallons of RV antifreeze, allowing the pump to pull it in and leaving it in the pump housing over winter.